Ladies and gentlemen, the White House is trying to clean up what they call a Joe Biden gaffe. And I'm telling y'all, this was no gaffe at all. So let's get into this article. So Joe Biden tells U.S. troops over in Poland that they'll be in the Ukrainian war. That wasn't no gaffe. That's not a gaffe. But they're scrambling and saying that it was. President Biden told U.S. troops in Poland Friday that they will witness the bravery of Ukrainians fighting off Russia's invasion. When you're there, making a significant gaffe out of the European conflict to avoid triggering World War III. He said that, and then he turned around and told them they would be in Ukraine in the war. Ooh, see, this is what happens when you got an old ass man as your president. So, Biden made the remark while addressing members of the Army 82nd Airborne Division after lunching on pizza and posing for selfies with dozens of paratroopers in a mess hall. So, they were in southeast Poland. You're going to see when you get there. And some of you have been there. You're going to see women, young people standing in the middle of a tank, just saying, I'm not leaving. I'm holding my ground, Biden said. The White House official quickly clarified that Biden wasn't changing his stance on deploying the military into Ukraine. The president has been clear that we are not sending U.S. troops to Ukraine, and there is no change in that position, a Biden spokesman told the Post. Biden also said during his remark that the U.S. was working to keep the massacre from continuing after more than 3.7 million Ukrainians fled their country during the month old war. The Biden administration has supplied arms to Ukraine. We know that, and they want more missiles and everything. The president personally nixed the Polish proposal to transfer 27 Soviet designed fighter jets to Ukraine with U.S. help. Biden said the U.S. Facilitation of the transition could trigger a new world war. Wow. Sound like some scared talk there, Joe. Although Biden spoke as if the troops were headed into Ukraine, he repeatedly ruled out that possibility in prior public remarks. It's not the first time that Biden made these kind of remarks during his third trip abroad as president. During a 19-minute press conference in Belgium, Biden said Thursday that the U.S. response to Russia's troops using chemical weapons would depend on the nature of the use, then turned heads by saying the U.S. would respond in kind. So he's just contradicting himself all over the place. First, you're going to stay out of it. Then the troops are going in. Then you're staying out of it. Then the troops. Well, this is what happens when you have a president that's ready for the convalescent home. And this is how he represents your country when he's overseas. Wow. You know, he wants to get Russia kicked out of the G20, and Russia said they're showing up. You know, I don't think they are even paying attention to anything that Joe Biden says. You know, And I did see another article where Russia wants, I guess, their enemies to pay them in rubles, you know? And if they do that, then he can get completely around the sanctions. And that's what he is pushing for the nations over in Europe to do. Now, some of you may know this already, but 60% of the gas and oil over in Europe comes from Russia. So it would be hard for them, like the US, to just cut off the gas and oil because they heavily depend on it over there. So it would not be an easy thing for them to do. But, wow. Joe Biden, first you get over there and get in Poland and you tell them they're going into Ukraine, then they're not going in, and then they are, then they're not. But I ultimately believe the US is going to end up in there, whether they like it or not. Russia already said anyone caught helping Ukraine, they were going to come after you. And they just listening to the news, they would have to know, because over here they don't know how to keep everything silent and just move the equipment over there. You got to put it on blast every day in America, what you are doing. So I'm sure they're fully aware of the funding and military aid that's coming out of the US to the Ukraine. It is impossible for them not to know. But y'all, please tell me what you think of what they're calling Joe Biden gaffes. I still say I don't believe it's a gaffe. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.